A room with a view of the whole city. Fashion luxury, that's what he's got pretty.
Most people know that I really enjoy flying with Austrian Airlines in business class because the service is simply good and the food offered there is always a little delight. The caterer is Do & Co. And when I arrive at the lounge in Vienna, I naturally think that what I find on board should be reflected in some form. But no such luck did, because I was once again, what, in this business? And Senator, lounge in Vienna with Austrian Airlines? And I am truly shocked. The options that are now offered to us as a new styled lounge, especially in the business and Senator area, are truly unbearable. Firstly, what concerns the catering is relatively poorly prepared. The food is cold. It is no longer has the freshness it had 1 or 2 years ago when one really looked forward to this lounge. Also, this new seating system, I would say kindergarten seating, is truly unbearable. When I look at the BER lounge in Berlin, for example, or even the Senator and Business lounge in Berlin from Früchten, I really have to say that what the airlines are currently offering to business travelers and Gold or Senator travelers is a real outrage. The cleanliness is also so abysmally poor that I only take my seat after I have wiped it down beforehand. In addition, there's the overcrowding of this lounge, which has been far too small for a long time. And always these reassurances that come saying, yes, we will soon build a new one. But that is unsatisfactory for the current situation. They should have organized things very differently here, especially for the people who like to travel with delays. They also need to offer a much better service, because these peak times, which now occur much more frequently in Vienna, they clearly show that the lounges are overcrowded. And then they even have the audacity to say when guests flying business class with Austrian Airlines come and want access, access is often denied because it's simply too full. And that, of course, is not acceptable. Here's an important tip for everyone arriving. And if lounge access is denied, go inside and request a voucher so that you can at least use this voucher at any restaurant area in the airport to get a meatloaf at Leberkäse Zeppi, or a sausage or a pizza somewhere to eat. You have the right to it because these business lounge accesses are entitled to you. It may say subject to availability when booking, but availability means the lounge and the airlines need to offer a bit more. So don't just accept it, go into the lounge and demand a voucher. If you can't get into the lounge, and especially if you don't get a seat, you must have a seat, because a standing room only lounge is ultimately not acceptable. Not what we, as travelers in the premium segment, in the business class with this airline, have signed up for. Here we travelers should be a bit louder and above all, not accept everything. And then stand there like a sheep and not react. Reaction is needed, go to the front desk. And clearly articulate yourself. I insist on a voucher now, I have a business ticket and I want to enter the lounge. And as a frequent flyer, I hope that this is not an issue at all. Because hopefully there are vouchers available, of course, as everyone knows. But otherwise it was truly shocking that they are not ashamed to offer this lounge in such a condition. For example, the following happened to me. I went to the glasses, looked at them, and couldn't find a clean one. And then an employee walked by behind me and said, everything is dirty, right? Well, if you don't pay the employee, then this happens. I thought when I heard that, how can this be? So I was led to believe that practically here, the employee responsible for the glasses and the washing apparently didn't receive his pay properly. And that this led to the situation where everything was put away, no, the dirty. The glasses were unbearable, as were many knives, forks, and the plates. Everything was really so dirty. And this one employee who was practically distributing the food, it looked so bad. One had the feeling of being treated like an animal here, but certainly not as a premium traveler, especially as a business traveler who at least expects to have a seat, that the food is warm, that drinks are available, and that the glasses and cutlery, etc., is clean. So, if this continues in this regard, I say for foreign airlines, this is not a condition that passengers find satisfactory. And if Austrian Airlines, especially the Austrian Airlines lounge management, does not understand what it's about and doesn't get their act together, this system of Austrian Airlines will backfire in the future. And that's why this Austrian Airlines lounge in Vienna in the Schengen area, next to the Sky Lounge, gets an absolute no-go and, above all, a thumbs down from everyone